for the most volatility and highest upside potential, I just want to go over NVIDIA and Tesla right now. We have some insiders buying right now as of March 3rd. This is the week of March 3rd, 2025. Today is March 7th, 2025. Here are some of the latest price targets for NVIDIA stock. And then here is going to be Tesla over here, okay? Tesla here, we have some insider selling and buying. A bit more insider buying than selling. And then if you take a look here, Webull, latest here being March 7th, price target of 550, a buy recommendation. Here from March 6th, so this was just yesterday announced, bared $370 price target, buy recommendation for Tesla stock. And going back onto NVIDIA, a majority of the NVIDIA price targets are ranging from 160 to about 220. Let's go ahead and go back onto Webull here just to show you. Here is NVIDIA. I'll start off with NVIDIA and then I'll go ahead and go on to Tesla. Just want to remind you guys that I'm not looking to go into the bottom, or I'm not looking for the exact bottom of NVIDIA or Tesla. I'm not trying to time the overall market at the bottom. I'm just letting you guys know this is my personal opinion and that timing the market is nearly impossible, but consistently investing into the dips significantly boosts long-term returns. Just make sure that you invest into your highest conviction stocks, so it doesn't have to be NVIDIA and Tesla. This is just my personal opinion. You got to identify quality stocks at a discount, look at proven winners and disruptive sectors, so like AI technology giants like NVIDIA, and then EV disruptor like Tesla. I'm invested into Tesla and NVIDIA, and this is the daily chart. I'm looking at the Bollinger Band. On the lower side of the Bollinger Band, we're very close to it right now. If I had to enter, this is exactly where I would enter right now in my personal opinion. Current price being 108, down about 2% today. As you can see, we've been pretty far down compared to our recent high here of 143, and then dropped every single day all the way down to where we're at currently. I mentioned this in our previous video as well. Anywhere between 117 down to about $96 is a very good time to enter, in my opinion, for NVIDIA stock. I do believe we'll get a pretty sharp reversal. I just don't know exactly where the bottom may be. And what I'm doing is I'm consistently adding over time into NVIDIA and Tesla as it continues to drop, because I know it's going to reverse back up. And that's just my opinion. I know we're going to be testing the top of the Bollinger Band, and that's going to be right around 146. Okay, that's the upper band right now on the daily chart. Even if we take a look at NVIDIA on the weekly chart, we can see we are well below the lower Bollinger Band. This meaning that it is currently oversold. All right. On the RSI, you can see down here, it's just showing up as 40 on the weekly chart. Take a look at the daily chart. We're really close to 30 right now. So I really think NVIDIA here is oversold in my opinion. All right. So you know where I'm looking for in terms of entry, right? 117 to 96. Really good entry in my opinion if you're long-term in NVIDIA. For the upside, we know the all-time high is eventually going to be tested. And as of right now, if we compare the current price to the upside move to 153, it's going to be about a 42% run back up towards the top side. Let's go ahead and take a look at Tesla, right? So we just got a new price target for Tesla from another firm today. And again, same thing here, okay? Bollinger Band, lower is going to be at 243. So there is a potential dip for Tesla to continue. I mentioned in our previous video, the dip between 272 to about 240 or 237. That's going to be my preferable entry. And right now, I am currently going to be adding into Tesla. And over time, if it continues to drop, I'll be adding and holding, because long term, I know Tesla is going to be testing the all-time high. That's at 488. And guess what? That's a 95% run towards the top side. I just don't know exactly where the bottom exactly is. And I don't know when we're going to have that reversal. And so what I'm doing in preparation is I'm just adding during this dip, because I know there's going to be a reversal in the market. Okay, so overall market just having a bit of a pullback. Now it's going to be quite shaky. You're going to see NVIDIA and Tesla continue to drop some more. But again, I'm not trying to time the bottom, just trying to add positions and shares, dollar cost average, as I want to build my portfolio and over time climb up from the bottom, right? I'm not waiting for a confirmation and then entering, and I'm waiting for, basically, I'm writing it down and writing it back up, instead of entering later and then riding it up, right? So slowly buying increments of Tesla and NVIDIA. You've got my price targets and predictions. The upper band for Tesla on the daily chart is going to be right around 390. So I do think 390 will be tested eventually. I think while we're below 313, this is a pretty good entry, even if you're a bit late to the party. 313 here, not a bad entry. The lower band here on the daily chart again is going to be right around 243, with the middle band right around 317. So 317, decent entry. 243 would probably be the best entry in my opinion for Tesla. But again, I'm adding small positions below 272 at the moment, and I don't mind adding if it's 313 or lower as well. We look at this on the weekly chart. You can see the lower band is going to be at 239, so it's very close to that 240 support I was talking about. You can even see the downside I have here is going to be about like 12% from 272. Okay, so 12% down from 272, meaning 240 here is going to be a really critical support level, and I believe that might be, in my opinion, the bottom for Tesla. And of course, it's possible it might drop down to 214, but I'll still be adding and holding for me personally. And the middle band for the weekly chart is going to be at 359. Upper band going to be at 478. So like I said, the all-time high I believe will be tested again in the future. It's gnarly. It's 95% move towards the upside from current prices. I think this is a huge discount for Tesla and NVIDIA. NVIDIA here on the weekly chart, upper band is at 154, so basically at the high of all time. Middle band is going to be at 135, so if my average was below 135, I wouldn't be tripping. Personally, just be buying and holding. Lower band is going to be at 117. So watch for 117 being a potential support level in the future. I think right now 117 might be a short-term resistance. And while we're below 117, I think it's extremely oversold. I believe this is a really good dip opportunity. Just a matter of time before we see a reversal to be testing the middle and upper band on the weekly chart. So if I want to look long term, I view on the weekly chart. If I want to look shorter term, I go into the daily chart. Both are signaling, in my opinion, being oversold. You're going to see a lot more volatility with both these stocks, okay? If you haven't joined yet, I highly recommend joining the Discord. Link down below in the description. We have over 32,000 members there, and it's free to join. You can come on in, share due diligence, ask questions. There's a chat section for NVIDIA and a chat section for Tesla stock. Other stocks as well, but NVIDIA and Tesla being our top two popular stocks, as well as pounds here. If that's something you're interested in, highly recommend joining. Link down below in the description. I'll also pin it in the comments as well. And last but not least, if you want our live entries and exits, you can join our Patreon. We have 20 analysts. It's currently 90% off permanent discount for those joining today or during this week. Check the Patreon link down below. If the tiers are still ranging between $10 to $50, it's currently 90% off discount. If you see that the tiers are $100 to $500, then you have missed the 90% off discount. So anyone that joins and sees the $10 to $50 tiers, feel free to check it out. There are differences with each tier, but if you're just looking to try it out, join the cheapest one. And if you're looking for possibly one-on-one messaging and Q&A 24/7, then the Royal Investor might be more up your alley, okay? Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video for Tesla and NVIDIA. And like I said, this is a buy the dip opportunity in my opinion. Don't take that as financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, just sharing my opinion here.